Well, last season started and went like so many have here in recent seasons, up and down with lots of losses. However, 37-45 was good enough for the Hawks to sneak into the playoffs as the 8th seed. And that's when the fun really began, as they took the top-seeded Boston Celtics to 7 games in the opening round before eventually getting eliminated.
Trying to get back to where we were last season, that's a major challenge. And the only way you do that is you got to have a little luck, stay healthy, and you got to win at home. You know, I thought that's something we established last season as a team. We were very respectable here at home, and where we struggled out on the road this year, if we're talking about maybe hosting first-round playoff spots here in Atlanta, you're going to have to win more games out on the road.
Our biggest challenge is just staying focused, coming back more hungry, and, trying to validate what we finished the season off last year.
Well, Coach, what they did in that opening round, again, not just the 1-8 situation, but had been handled by Boston. Were you surprised by what you saw from the Hawks?
I think most people were surprised that a team that won 66 games, the most in the NBA, the Celtics, had to go 7 games with Atlanta, who won only 37 games. But as Mike Woodson just said, they learned to win at home. They won all 3 games in the series against Boston at home. They just couldn't win on the road and never were really a threat on the road against Boston. So that's an area that they need to improve in. But 2 things did stand out in that series. Number one, that Joe Johnson is a superstar for Atlanta, and Al Horford was a terrific pick. He's for real.
Indeed, you're right. And I tell you, you spent 11 years of your coaching career in Atlanta as a head or an assistant coach. Those 3 home games were as loud as anything around here since you were here, and that's a good deal.
The excitement in the building for people who had not ever experienced it before here in Atlanta because of the long gap between their winning seasons, it was a very special moment. And I think that's what motivates a team and the fan base to come back and support them early.